Parshat Baloscha is one of the most dramatic and fascinating parshios in the Chumash. Klal Yisrael are ready to go into Eretz Yisrael. Vayhi saw Aaron, the two Nunim, the climax, the enemies will just flee, and we will have the ultimate kibush, the ultimate conquering, and Klal Yisrael will enter into Eretz Yisrael victorious. And we see, instead of this happening, the upside-down nuns, connoting that Klal Yisrael fell, and we have the story of the complaints, of the asafsuf, of the people who want meat, and then it's a downward spiral into the next parsha of Shlach, of the Meraglim, etc. I'd like to focus in on a vignette that happens right before the Vayhi saw Aaron, which seemingly, at face value, seems to be almost a incidental conversation between Moshe Rabbeinu and his father-in-law. I'd like to try to examine some of the elements that are found in this conversation. I'll say at the outset there's a tremendous amount that can be learned from this, and there's a tremendous amount of questions that are asked. We're just going to focus in on one major issue and one explanation of the text in Mirz Hashem. So you have in source number 1, they then journey the banner of the camp of the children of Dan. They list all the camps and how they were traveling. This is it. This is the momentum is building. And now we have, these were the journeys of the children of Israel according to their legions, and they journeyed. Now in Perek Yud, Pasuk Kaftet, Moshe said to Chovav, son of Reuel, the Midianite, the father-in-law of Moshe, Nosima nachtu al makom, we are journeying to the place of which Hashem has said, I shall give it to you. Go with us, and we shall treat you well. For Hashem has spoken of good for Israel. He said to him, I shall not go. Only to my land and my family shall I go. He said, which is Moshe Rabbeinu replied to his father-in-law, please do not forsake us, inasmuch as you know our encampments in the wilderness, and you will have been as eyes for us. Vayita lanu la'einayim. And it shall be that if you come with us, then with the goodness that which Hashem will benefit us, we will do good to you. And then the Chumash continues, they journeyed from the mountain of Hashem, and the cloud of Hashem was over them, etc. This is the conversation between Moshe Rabbeinu and Yitro. And as the Ramban points out in source number 2, the Torah does not tell us if Yitro acceded to Moshe's pleas. Most commentators assume that he did. According to Ramban, Yitro and his entire family remained with the Jews. Sforno, however, maintains that Yitro's children remained with Moshe, but he returned to his homeland. And obviously, there's a lot of questions that need to be asked here. What is it, and this will be our overall question, what is it that Moshe Rabbeinu felt compelled to plead with Yitro that he should come and join them? This, you find pleading here. God will do good for us, he'll do good for you. And as Rashi notes, and this is brought in Rav Munk in source number 3, that we know that in Eretz Yisrael, Gerim, converts, do not have their own plot of land. And Yitro has promised that he would beget his own piece of land. They got Dushnel Shal Yericho, the plot of land connected to Yericho, which would eventually go to the tribe that would be have the Beis Hamikdash built in their Chelek. But for 400 years, this is where the people of Yitro live. So Moshe Rabbeinu is promising him, we'll give you the goodness, please. He's pleading with him, come with us. And the reason that he gives is, Vayita lanu le'einayim, and you have been or you will be for us as eyes, which is a very interesting expression. What is this expression, Vayita lanu le'einayim, all about? And further, we need to understand, did Yitro, as we saw, noted, did he actually accede to his request? Did he not? If not, what were some of the motivating factors that he said, I'd rather not go with you? What was the, what's the give and take that's going on here? So, we find that Vayita lanu le'einayim, source number 3, is translated, source 4 in the arrow, by the Targum Yonasan in the future sense. You will be as dear to us as the apple of our eyes. As Rashi points out, this is consistent with Dvarim, you shall love the stranger. Another explanation by Rashi is you will clarify it for anything that can hinder us as far as you did by instituting judges. You were for us a Naim eyes, you gave us insight. And Targum Onkelos translates, you have seen with your own eyes the wonders performed for us in the desert. So we see that there are many interpretations of Vayita Lanu Le'inayim. And indeed, many of the commentators point out that being for them as eyes, that they saw the great miracles that happened, and this is the Rabbeinu Bechaya in source number 5, he will then be able to be a great Kiddush Hashem. He'll be able to sanctify God's name, that he will tell the nation of all the great things that God had done to the Jewish people. The nations will listen to him as the convert, as this great individual. And if he does not go with them to Eretz Yisrael, it will be a tremendous